Could the Egyptian pyramids hold secrets yet to be discovered? For centuries they've guarded their mysteries with silent indifference. As the sun cast its first golden rays across the Giza plateau, I felt an undeniable pull, an invitation to seek answers. Standing before the Great Pyramid, I felt an overwhelming sense of scale and time. This wasn't just the greatest creation of mankind, it was a monument built to defy eternity itself. It felt less like a stone structure and more like a gateway to a world shrouded in mystery, a mystery that deepened with every step I took across the ancient sands. My journey began at the entrance to the Great Pyramid of Khufu. Taking a deep breath, I left the modern world behind and stepped into the past. Immediately the air changed, cool and still, thick with the scent of ancient dust. The ascending corridor was incredibly narrow, its walls pressing in on me. The only sound was my own breathing, echoing softly in the confined space. The passage finally opened and I emerged, breathless, into the soaring Grand Gallery. A masterpiece of architecture, its corbelled ceiling rose high above, leading the way to the king's chamber, the room believed to have housed the king's body. But even here the mystery persists. Modern scans suggest voids exist behind these very walls, fueling the theory that another hidden chamber lies just beyond the stone, still guarding the pharaoh's secrets. Next, I found myself before the Pyramid of Khafre, the only one still wearing its original polished casing stones at the peak. But the real secrets were below. The entrance was a dark, narrow passage beckoning me downward. Descending 30 meters underground felt like entering another realm. The air grew cool, the silence absolute. I stepped into the stark granite burial chamber, a void built for eternity. It was said to contain the king's body, but the massive sarcophagus was empty, its lid broken. Standing in that silent, hollow space, instead of answers, I found more questions. My journey then led me deeper, to a place few are permitted to see, the Tomb of Osiris, the god of the underworld. This wasn't a pyramid, but a shaft plunging straight into the bedrock. A long staircase led into dark depths where water dripped from the ceiling, the sound echoing in the confined space. The final chamber was flooded, a subterranean island rising from a dark, still pool. And there, at its center, a massive stone sarcophagus awaited. It was a place of immense power. Standing before it was indescribable. As if I were at the threshold between the living world and an unseen one, a sacred ritual frozen in time. The mystery didn't end there. I entered the tomb of Imri, the high priest from over 4,000 years ago. After the stark grandeur of the pyramids, this tomb was an explosion of life and color. The walls were a vibrant tapestry, the pigments as bright as if painted yesterday. They pulsed with energy, telling stories not of gods but of people. I saw detailed scenes of offerings, men herding cattle, and boats sailing on the Nile. I could almost hear the sounds and smell the bread baking. These weren't just stones, but entire lives preserved in rock, a window into a world that felt impossibly close. Then I discovered the tombs of the workers who built the pyramids. Tucked away from the grand monuments, these were the graves of the unsung heroes. Here, archaeologists found the ultimate proof. The skeletons themselves told the story, vertebrae fused from carrying immense loads, bones broken and healed. This was the evidence of their sacrifice, written into their very bodies. It proved one thing beyond any doubt. These men lifted the stones with their own hands and blood, debunking the myth that aliens built this wonder. This was human achievement on a scale that is almost impossible to comprehend. And when I reached the Sphinx, I felt I was before a living enigma. It's not just stone, it has a presence. Its ancient, weathered face seems to hold the wisdom of ages, its gaze fixed on the horizon. The colossal statue has watched over the desert in silence for thousands of years, a riddle personified. Legends speak of a hidden library beneath its pores, a hall of records with lost knowledge. I saw modern survey teams using ground-penetrating radar, their screens showing tantalizing anomalies deep in the bedrock. I searched for hidden passages or buried temples, but what I found was further proof that ancient Egypt still keeps its secrets hidden, locked away in stone and sand. And then the final ascent, the one I had dreamed of. This was the moment I knew I would never forget, climbing to the very top of the Great Pyramid. The journey began not in the open air, but deep within its heart. I squeezed through impossibly narrow corridors, the air thick with the dust of millennia. my own breathing echoing in the profound silence. You can feel the weight of millions of tons of stone above, a pressure both physical and psychological, in passages sealed for nearly 5,000 years. Emerging from the darkness into the blinding sun, the final part of the climb began on the exterior, and then the summit. With the world falling away on all sides, I felt I was perched not just on a monument, but on the pinnacle of history itself. The sprawl of modern Cairo on one side, the endless desert on the other. All the legends, all the mysteries of its construction, everything I had ever read, it all coalesced in that breathtaking view. Touching the weathered stone, I felt a direct connection across time. Ancient Egypt is not a civilization of the past. It is a living mystery that still challenges us. Every new discovery doesn't close the story, it rips open the door to bigger questions about who we were and what we are truly capable of. And perhaps one day, we will know the full truth. Or perhaps the pyramid's greatest secret is that it will forever keep us wondering.